Welcome to our YouTube channel. Here we will talk about all mindfulness, consciousness and transcendental meditation. Today I will share with stories about transcendental meditation, how this technique impacts for people's life. My name is Aida. I am certified transcendental meditation teacher. I was taught more than 100 people and I have been practicing this technique more than 25 years. I am a business analyst by my profession and mom of my 3 sons. Today, here, I am with my amazing guests who kindly agreed to share their stories with you. Firstly, I want to introduce Peter Kerridge, father, husband, and founder of business consultancy Kerridge and Partners, which advises boards and executive teams of considerable number of New Zealand's leading organizations. I know that, Peter, you got your engineering degree at Cambridge University. You had a great working experience in many different countries such as Germany, Hungary, UK, Chile. Also, you advised on boards of not-for-profit organizations.
That's right.
I would like to ask you the questions. How did you become interested of transcendental meditation, and what motivated to incorporate this technique in your daily routine?
So I was a graduate trainee in the UK, and the company I was working with was experimenting with a lot of, different ways of helping their young graduates with their professional personal development. And I got offered the chance to learn TM, and I was a little skeptical. But I got a book out of the library, as you do, a book called the TM book by Peter Russell that I think is still around. And I read the book and I listened to the training and development manager and I thought, yeah, you know what, I'll give this a go. I learned the technique and have pretty much for the last 30 plus years been meditating morning and evening. And
30 years.
So, yeah, it's become part of my, it's as natural to me as getting up and brushing my teeth, and it's become a very pleasant habit.
Wonderful. How do you found that transcendental meditation was helped to cultivate your optimistic approach in businesses? Or if so, can you describe some influences, maybe in approach to your work, maybe general in life?
I certainly think that as you melt stress away, optimism naturally emerges. And I think in business, it is essential that you're optimistic. Like you cannot be in business and don't have a positive view of the future of the enterprise that you're looking after. And I find that TM helps because it melts away some of the stresses and the concerns, and so I think I'm better able to focus on the big things that really matter and less concerned about the small things that could otherwise clutter my day. And the small concerns, the bumps in the road, I find I'm better able to focus on the horizon and the small number of bigger things that matter.
Okay, thanks, Peter. Irina, you have great energy and you every day collaborating with your colleagues, meeting with many of your clients, educating your clients, and your blend of energy and multitasking, I admire with your energy. I know that you tried different kind of meditation. Which benefits did transcendental meditation give you?
Interesting questions. I'm new to this meditation compared to you, Peter, and my approach was completely different. My background as a science biologist and chemist, and I reckon people who naive, who care about passport age, we all should care about our biological age, because health, it comes from health, it comes beauty. Health became optimistic, which is equals energy. And all my life, I was searching for this, like a true health for us, especially for in days we're living now. It's a true job. It's like we need to walk through to get true health. So year by year, I was taking my physical health doing yoga, tai chi, all the different stuff, get discipline with my food, with my water, everything. Then I thought I was absolutely on the top of the world. I feel better than the same age group. Then I noticed even I can compare myself with my daughters on the physical exercises. What can I do? What can they do? And one day, out of blue, on party, I met with this young lady, and spark between our eyes. She remember, like you told me, "Hello, I'm Aida," and it was all people who are unknown to me. And my mind was focused on you. We were sitting like right through the table on the diagonal, and I was thinking about you. And then I started to ask questions. What's about you? And then it was transcendental meditation, and it's bam. Because I was trying to do meditation when I was very, very sick after a cycle accident, very poor health. So just I gained slowly back again. And whatever I go, Tai Chi, yoga, this meditation. I had few books about meditation studied, but I never do it on the regular basis like you. It's never become my routine. And then when I start to talk to you and ask you to teach me, you said to me, it have to be like natural. You have to do it every time, every day, and it has to be like trained. And yes, I know as a biologist we are every muscles, every capillary have to be trained, flow of energy, flow of blood, and I didn't pay attention to my brain. It has to be trained as well. And then when Aida told me, mother of 4 beautiful big sons doing multitasking, I said, so just my level, it's nothing compared to her. I said, why not? I should ask and learn more. So I did, and then I noticed humongous difference.
Irina is an expert in Kangen water. She's a truly leader in this field. I had second question, but Irina already answered. Its question was, how do you cope with people with their health issues? Because every day we have connection with people. We had a lot of conversation with people about health issues. Could you add something?
I tell them, we all have to pay attention on emotional, using our brain, like meditation on our connected, towards to whatever part of your body need to be repaired, need to be better, whatever, arthritis, cancer, or anything.
Thanks, Irina. We are excited to have here Gau. Gau in business almost 3 years. Recently, she launched her own fashion business in the UK. She is passionate on Web3 story. Also, she's very busy mom. She has 2 kids. Gau, which the main difference was in your life since you started Transcendental Meditation?
I guess all of us get to the point where in entrepreneurship we get like a busy mind, so we're trying to do everything. So at the time, 2020, I remember the day when I lost my job because of COVID. I was working in the tourism industry, and then I was working with a lot of clients. And what happened was that I was trying to help the clients to thrive during this uncertain time. And imagine me thinking about marketing strategies like their taglines, their logo, their campaigns and everything during my day. And it didn't stop in the evening, it didn't stop in the night. So I had such a busy mind and I couldn't cope with a lot of my thoughts, my ideas. I was waking up in the middle of the night, like just writing some things down, just to not forget. And it kind of got to the point where I realized entrepreneurship, to be efficient, it's not about doing more, it's about coping your energy and be in alignment with your inner self and be more mindful and like conscious about your thoughts as well. So mindset is everything, right? And being the one who like barely trying to delegate stuff to other people, I was trying to build a team at the time, and then I just met Aida. So I guess when the student is ready, the teacher comes in, everything comes in a perfect time. So for me, I was seeing the light in the end of the tunnel for me, just to kind of overcome this challenge, get rid from like busy routines, busy times. I was like filling my calendars like for 8-10 hours a day, not even understanding what I'm doing. Like I'm just had a like conversation with the clients and stuff like that. And now after the meditation, the most the beneficial part for me was the efficiency and my energy level. Like, and I was more cared about my time, my personal time, like my like self-love definitely got to the next level. My time that's spent with the kids, like quality time with yourself, with your partner, with your family, with your loved ones. So that's for me what truly matters. So I guess overall the balance of the life came to the
How do you multitask? How you finishing all things done during the day?
So
you are busy
I
mom.
can talk about multitasking for so many hours, but I would definitely would say with the multitasking, you have to delegate to be efficient. You have to build a team. You also should feel like whichever project you want to go with and just say no sometimes. I became more, I guess, transparent with myself when it comes to the working the clients and collaborations, like feeling people first of all, like their energy level, just to understand if it's the right match for myself. Not should be a win-win situation. So I guess working with the right people, delegation, and just helping, just spending good quality time with yourself, allow you to connect to your inner self and truly understand your priorities. I guess that will be my thing, go to. Yeah, and with the motherhood, I guess kids are very like good readers. They read people, they read energy, and they can pick up everything. So I'm trying to be a good example for my kids.
Thank you. Finally, I would ask you give some tips for businessmen, maybe who are interested to learn Transcendental Meditation to improve their performance and well-being. So,
Yeah,
Peter,
start
we will
from you.
start.
Yeah, I think it's a really, as Irina and Gau have both talked, there's a the value of the habit is, just bake it into your routine, and then it just becomes sort of part of who you are. I think the benefits. It's interesting because there's a lot of benefits to the individual, but actually I think there's a lot of benefits to the people around you in the workplace. I think if you're a easy person to be around, you're more likely to trust people, you're more likely to give people room to grow, you're less likely to get angry, more likely to see things in perspective. And I think, being an easy person to be around in the office, I think or in any workplace is a pretty useful thing to be. And not all bosses are really easy to be around. So I think on that basis, it's a great tool in the arsenal of business leadership.
Thank you, Peter. Irina?
Okay, my type of advice will be definitely meditate, because it will help you whatever obstacles coming in your life, whatever is negative emotions bring into your life by other people, business partners, family, children, whoever coming. Physical health we're compromising all the time, or eating not right food. But with meditation, you can ease everything. You can drop it. It's time for yourself. Love yourself. Just dedicate it 20 minutes and then 20 minutes in the evening, and you will be fine. It's like you are recharge your engine again and again and again, and the battery, but the capacity of the battery for somehow, I don't know, it's getting bigger, and I can take more.
Thank you. Gau?
I would say creating the routines around your schedule. That's the key. Like in the morning, don't ask yourself whether I should meditate or not. Like just go and meditate. Because in the long-term run, that's something that would benefit your health. And just find the time to connect with your inner self, connect with your consciousness, and just in general yourself and your goals. Some people do the journaling, so that helps me a lot to organize my thoughts as well on the paper. And I would say just get involved with the community as well, because there are a lot of activities There's group meditation, which is perfect, just to feel and understand like this group energy. That's the very interesting thing. And also you can progress. You can start with the TM and then go with Sikhi and progress your career in meditation as well. So that's another thing. And there are different types of retreats. Over here in New Zealand, we are very lucky because we have those gurus who can help us and guide us for.
Peter, could you share with experience how you implement transcendental meditation in your company?
Yeah, certainly. So we, having learnt TM a number of years ago, I thought, wouldn't it be great if we gave the opportunity to the team, and there's over 20 people in the office, the opportunity to learn. So we got a Transcendental Meditation teacher in. She did an introductory talk. Not everyone came. I think people chose to be there. It was a voluntary thing, and of the people that attended the talk, I think the majority then elected to learn. Why did we do it? I think there's a lot of attention on well-being at work, and the work that we do is inherently very stressful, right? So we work in project teams, we have deadlines, we have demanding clients, multiple competing priorities, and clients rightly demanding that we are really good at what we do, we deliver on time and all that sort of stuff. So the starting point is that it's an inherently very high pressure environment, and so we need to be thinking as a company, what is it we can do to make life as less stressful as it possibly can be. So over the years, we've done all sorts of things. We've had all sorts of massages, and we've had nutrition advice, and we've all sorts of things to try and TM was one of a number of things that we've done over the years. In terms of where things are at right now, a number of, as I said, the majority of the team have learnt at some point. A good many of them still continue, not everyone. So some have been as disciplined as Gau and Irina and Ranisa in terms of sort of keeping up that routine. But others do it kind of when they feel under stress. And I think for me, it's really important to see that people can see meditation in many, many different ways. Like in how for some people, it's purely a way of, I bring my pulse rate down, I feel relaxed, and that's fine. For other people, it might have a bigger meaning. It might be something, maybe more spiritual. But how I think about that is a bit like a walk in the forest, right? For some people, a walk in the forest is just exercise, right? They just see it on a purely physical level. And for other people at the other extreme, a walk in the forest is a kind of communing with the trees. And so I think we have to think about, TM in the workplace. Some people love it because it's got the science behind it, and they take a very objective way of thinking about it. They look at the data that says that if I meditate, I'm less likely to get a heart attack, or I'm more likely to have positive friendships and things like that, or better able to cope with life. And other people think about it as, maybe something to have a deeper sort of connotation. So I think we have to be okay. And actually we also have to be okay that some people just choose not to do it. They just think, actually, you know what, I'll do this and I'll do this, but meditation maybe not. So I think the main thing in terms of a workplace is to make it available, make it entirely voluntary, and just make it okay to both meditate, but also make it okay not to. So it becomes people are encouraged, but certainly zero pressure to do it. So that's what we've done with, I have some success, but it's I think it's a journey for all of us.
Thank you, Peter. And today we are lucky that Ranisa joined for our discussion about transcendental meditation. As I know, Ranisa was a principal consultant with Kerridge and Partners and learned transcendental meditation being in this company. Now Ranisa is working as a facilitator and learning designer at Diversity Works New Zealand. Also, Ranisa is award-winning author and artist. So Ranisa, could you share with your experience how your life is changed since you starting to meditate?
Thank you. And to reiterate Peter's point, it was very much an introduction and a no-pressure situation around TM. What was really beautiful about learning it collectively, though, was that we had a support system built up within the company. So we'd actually, we were lucky enough to set calendar time where colleagues could practice together. Now, this didn't happen all the time, every time, but it was an open invitation. If you haven't managed to squeeze in your morning and afternoon session, we can do it together. There was also the freedom to do it on the bus or the train or fit it into your life as it's comfortable. We're also lucky that there's a little room in the office that's quite serene and calm. And so often I would see people go in and just do their meditation in that room. Because of the app, which is quite useful, which we were introduced to through the TM coach, people would just take their phone, do their TM session, and it was very encouraged and really welcomed. So in fact, some colleagues that have children at home or other stressful environments, flatmates, what have you, actually found it easier to meditate in the office. And the fact that that was an option definitely helped people's practice. And I actually think it made people's interrelationships and connections that little bit stronger as well, because if you've gone into that state and then come out of it, it's just nice.
Thank you, Anissa. As I know, my wonderful colleagues Linda taught you meditation, and definitely she gave in introductory talks that transcendental meditation improving creativity. So, did you find that transcendental meditation helped you to write the book or to improve your creative skills? And which kind of book did you write?
Sure. So absolutely, I don't think it's a 1 + 1 = 2 situation. I think it's more just how you are. I also paint and do photography and pottery, and I think in general, my artistic practice has benefited just from your state of mind, I guess, being a little bit more open to things. The book is a children's book, and it's the first time in Aotearoa we've had an Indian, Chinese, Ethiopian, Samoan, Māori and Pākehā multicultural character grouping. So I've been really lucky that it's been really well received and won some awards and things. But children's literature is, and I do think that creatively, artists have used all sorts of methodologies to unlock creativity. This is one of the more healthier avenues. So, but I think it's had a part to play for sure.
Thank you. And finally, could you give some tips for maybe businessmen or for people who are interested to learn transcendental meditation?
Do it for your health. I think, like Peter said, do it for whatever reason suits you. And I think one of the most freeing aspects of TM philosophy, so for me personally, I have quite a loud mind, and when my TM coach taught me that it's actually completely normal to have different thoughts, and the moment the mantra comes back to you, that's your body telling you that you're ready to come back to the practice, you're ready to go deeper. That was a really freeing, it took some of the anxiety away for me, because there was a lot of self-judgment. I'm not doing this right. I'm not meditating well. All those self-judgments, that went out of it. And I think if that's one thing you can take from this, in business, in corporate life, in public sector, whichever organization you're in, it's a really helpful methodology just to be with your thoughts in a really inclusive way within yourself. And I think that's really helped me, and I hope it helps other people, because to Peter's point, well-being is a key focus. I think we're in particularly complex times in humanity, and I work now at Diversity Works, and one of the most complex aspects people are struggling with, a sense of belonging or inclusivity, is stress. And I think that this could be a really helpful tool professionally, personally, and just for you. Do it for you.
Peter, I would like to ask one more question. Have you noticed some improvements in the way you're interacting with your business partners or customers or general in your life?
I think for me, the interactions are easier. I find I'm able to be really present with people in a way that's really important for the work that we do, both whether I'm talking to my colleagues or whether I'm talking to customers, clients, that when I'm in the room, I'm really in the room with them. And I think TM has given me the ability to ground myself and be fully present in the moment with people. I think also, just to talk to a little bit about what Renisa does in her work at Diversity Works and a champion for diversity. I also think TM gives you a great ability to really try and climb into other people's perspectives on things and see diversity not as differences but more as expressions of an underlying unity. Like we have way more in common with people than we are different. And somehow through TM, maybe through other experiences maybe as well, I feel that I'm better able to connect with people and celebrate and get joy from a really broad variety of people that I come into contact with in a way that maybe before TM I didn't. So I think there's a little bit of magic there somewhere.
Amazing. Gau, Peter, Renisa, Irina, thank you very much. Thank you for coming today and sharing with your stories. Any information about Transcendental Meditation you can find in video description. Thank you for joining us. See you next time.